Hours ago, the Wasp entered this construction area deep beneath New York's Avengers mansion to join Hercules and the Black Knight, but now... You're sure none of them came back up into the mansion, Jarvis? I'm positive, Captain America. I know it sounds absurd, but 3 Avengers have simply vanished. Stranger things have happened. There's no sign of a break-in from below, or any struggle. I can't imagine Avengers not putting up a fight if they were attacked, but... Here's something odd, Cap. The energy sensor core in the Black Knight's excavation machinery has suffered a form of power overload. That's not much to go on, Namor, but we better check it out. Can you haul that core up to our electronics lab? Certainly, Captain Marvel, if you'll light the way. Of course. I can't get over how the Submariner can have the module that weighs a ton and still fly. How does he do it with just those tiny wings on his ankles? Soon. That's the final connection, Cap. The core is all hooked up to the system analyzer. Good. Let's hope there's enough functional memory in the core's data chips to give us an idea of what's this? These readings indicate that the sensor core's memory was scrambled by some sort of chronal displacement wave. Chronal displacement wave? That's the jargon Iron Man came up with to explain it, CM. The pulp writers of my boyhood would probably have called it a time teleport ray. It can only mean that our teammates have been spirited away by Kang. Krang? Impossible. That old Atlantean traitor hasn't the technology to do this. Not Krang. Kang! Kang the Conqueror. I know about him from scanning the Avengers data files. He's a time-traveling warlord from hundreds of years in the future. I can tell you from first-hand experience that he's one of our most dangerous enemies. But what could Kang be up to? Why would he kidnap half the Avengers? Yes. And where has he taken them? That's the big question, Namor. They could be anywhere in time. Indeed. Beyond all space and time in the shadowy realm of Limbo. The 3 missing Avengers are lost on a fog-bound plane with the comatose form of Iron Man, an Iron Man from long ago. Hercules, did you have to completely pulverize the robot Kang sicked on us? If you'd left a few circuits intact, I might have been able to cobble together something to help get us out of this pea soup. My apologies, Dane Whitman. The robot's taunts left me sorely vexed. As have these apparitions! First it was the Hulk, then Giant Man, but now I face an Iron Man outfitted in unfamiliar armor. The Wasp claims that all 3 were dispatched to Limbo in the first year of the Avengers' founding. How can this be? How is it that we have seen them here and now? It's not easy to explain, Herc. Limbo apparently touches on all times, but is part of none. Nothing about Limbo fits the concepts of time as we know them. There is no now in this place. Here, time is space and vice versa, you see. Mercy, Sir Knight, I beg you. Explain no more. Else I shall understand even less than I do already. Eh? What is this? The entranced Iron Man at last begins to fade from view. Does this mean we are to be spared further visitations from the past? No, Hercules. There's one more on his way. The one I've been waiting for. The one responsible for the appearances of the original Avengers. He calls himself the Space Phantom. Eh? Who are you? What are you doing here? Don't you recognize me, Phantom? You just finished battling my teammates. You resemble the Wasp? But you can't be! Oh yes I can, and I'm a much tougher Wasp than the one you once attacked, so believe me, it's in your best interest to cooperate. What do you want? We'll start with a little information. I think not! Ah! Kang, I promised to return you home if you could find and defeat me, Avengers. I didn't promise you a guide through Limbo. Enough of your infernal robots, Kang. Face us like a man. I I'm no robot this time, Hercules. Just a projection of light and sound. If you want the real me, just follow your noses! Surely there can be no sweeter revenge than this. To see one's enemies flounder about helplessly, unsure of what to do or where to turn. The mighty Avengers are mere playthings in my hands, Ravonna. Sword repair, my lord. I can hardly wait to use them in eliminating my last remaining double. My dear divergent brother in time. You see, Ravonna, there he is. Conferring with the lieutenants of his 41st century empire, unaware that my machines monitors his every move. He's actually my physical elder, you know. Not that his years of experience have kept me from manipulating him. I allowed him to think himself my equal in cunning, enlisting him to help exterminate the many alternate reality Kangs who had been brought into existence through or rather, through our travels through time! He has no idea how successful we've been. All the divergent lives of Kang have been eliminated save for mine and his, and he too shall fall. Come, my dear, let me show you the means by which I shall become the overlord of all time. Here, in my robotics plant, are forged automatons, the likes of which have already begun to extend my power throughout 1,000 separate realities. When my final time-generated double has been terminated, he will also be replaced by a robotic copy under my control. Then I will rule a great dynasty reaching from the heart of Limbo to across all space and time! Oh my lord! The body of the previous double you slew. I thought you disposed of it. No, that double is yet of value to me. I intend to use it against my last arrival. I don't understand. I thought you were using the Avengers against your twin. The Avengers are but part of the trap. And before they are truly ready for me to use, I want to play with them a bit more. Frustrate them. Get them really fighting bad. Elsewhere. Follow your noses, he said. We're lucky to see our noses in this pea soup. If I ever lay my hands upon the real Kang, he will never find his nose again. Hold on to that thought, Hercules. I'm going to see if visibility gets any better with altitude. Wasp! You have all but vanished from sight. This hasn't gained me much either. I can't see. Wait a minute. There's some sort of movement just ahead. It looks like... Oh no! Dire Wraiths! Forward, sisters! Forward to the kill! I've forgotten that the Space Knight ROM had banished these monsters to Limbo. To the kill! Look out, they're coming from all sides! Holy! There be nothing holy about these infernal creatures. Their foul attack must be answered in kind. Kill! If I let them get too close, they'll suck my brain out. Hercules, Dane, how are you holding up? Never fear, Wasp. You speak to him who has faced the hordes of the underworld. Let all of Wraithdom descend upon me. They shall not find the Prince of Power wanting. Well, don't look now, Herc. But I think you've gotten your wish. It matters not whether my foes number 100 or 100 times 100. The son of Zeus shall not fail. I hope Hercules' strength is as great as his confidence, These wraiths keep attacking in waves, and there doesn't seem to be any end to them. Hercules may be the strongest Avenger we've ever had, but there's a limit even to his power. While on Earth, you defend that fishman? That fishman saved my uncle's life! Inside Avengers Mansion, news of this morning's protests against the Submariner spread faster than I thought. The crowds are back. And now there are counter demonstrations as well. It was to be expected that the Submariner's membership would cause public controversy. Even I was taken aback when Captain America proposed that Prince Namor be made an Avenger. Oh well, mine is not to question, but to serve. Soon. Pardon my interruption, sir, but the afternoon is nearly gone, and you've yet to eat. I know, but we don't. Is that fresh coffee? Jarvis, you're a lifesaver. I hadn't realized how hungry I was. What would the Avengers do without you? Probably miss more meals, sir. My word. What is that contraption you're working on? Captain America claims it's a device for transcending time. Right, the time platform used by the leader to scatter Avengers through time. After we wrecked his plans, Iron Man brought the device back here to study. Fortunately for us, the machine seems to be fully operational. Then you intend to use this device to go looking for... Good heavens! Hold on. I've been all through the internal circuitry and the connections to our thermoelectric generators, Cap. Everything checks out positive. Good work, CM. You better take 5 now. And as soon as Namor and I get the proper coordinates down, we'll be taking off. Will do, Cap. Will do. Oh, Jarvis, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. Quite all right, madam. I just mistook your energy for electrical discharge. No harm done. Sandwich? Blast! Every time I come close to getting a coordinate fixed on the chronal wave, the readings shift. Take it easy, Namor. Without an exact fix, we haven't a chance of locating the others. I know it's frustrating, but we won't help them by losing our heads. Yes. Yes, you are right, Cap. Cap calmed it down with just a few words. I didn't think Namor respected anyone that much. What would the protesters say if they could see the Submariners concerned? Limbo. To again face an intractable force on the field of battle. Surely there's nothing more glorious than this. Excuse me if I don't agree, Herc. Kill! From where I stand, this is just another rotten war, and I don't see anything glorious about war. Never seen anything attack like this before, though, either. They may have killed thousands back on Earth, but here they're practically trying to leap onto my sword. The She-Avenger grows in stature, sister. Her wings vanish. See? She seeks to confuse us, but she'll not keep us from the kill. I hate to use so much force, but the way they keep coming, they keep giving us no choice. Eventually. Is that all? That's more than enough for me. There may be no such thing as normal time in this place, but it seems like we've been fighting for days. I feel sick. No, wait! You can't stop now! Kill us! All of us! Kill... You want to die? Kang sent us to slay you! The price for failure is death. Better for you to slay us quickly, mercifully, than for Kang to slowly torture us to death. Those wraiths may be inhuman monsters, but what Kang did to them is even more inhuman. He'll pay for that. Kang sent you? Where is he? If I tell you... You will kill me? If you do not, I shall see to it that you serve in Limbo for all eternity. Minutes or weeks later, 'twould appear that Wraith's directions were true. This can only be the lair of Kang. Now that fiend shall learn what it means to toy with a god! We all have a score to settle. Just thinking of what Kang tricked us into doing to those Wraiths. It just makes me ill. Don't dwell on it, Jan. We need you as group leader. We can't let Herc just go charging in. You're right. Thanks, Dane. Okay, listen. There's no telling what Kang has in there, so we'll have to do this very carefully. What's the plan, boss? After a quick consultation with her teammates, Janet Van Dyne again shrinks to the size of a tiny insect, and, at my smallest, I shouldn't trigger any proximity alarms that Kang may have set up. The small side door doesn't look like it gets much use. It should be an ideal port of entry. That should deactivate any alarms built into the doorway, but the locking mechanism is a lot more stubborn. Fortunately, that's not a big problem. The substance of the door is stronger than steel, but it cannot withstand the knight's enchanted ebony sword. No one in sight. That won't last long. Stay close. Kang's sure to discover that we're here soon, but with a little luck, maybe we can find him first. Shortly. What? We couldn't have been so lucky as to catching Kang napping. Must be another robot. This is no robot. It's a man. And he's dead. Kang dead? Who has dared rob Hercules of his vengeance? It can't be Kang. This has to be a trick. Yeah, and I think it's on us. So you slayed one of my time brothers, Avengers. But you'll not live to slay another. Miscreant! I have slain not this day, but Dire Wraiths. Did he say brothers? Watch it, Herc. We may be up against more than one Kang. I care not if we face an army of them, especially if their aim is no better than this. No! You must not threaten my master! What? You shall regret that cowardly blow, scoundrel. Zounds, you have swollen to twice my size. What manner creature are you? I am a stimuloid. You cannot defeat me. For each blow I receive makes me larger and more powerful than before. Bam! Powerful enough to smash the strongest foe. Back at Avengers Mansion. We finally got some solid coordinates to shoot for. Jarvis, you know what to do. Yes, sir. Once you're all in place, I'm to throw the main power switch. I must admit to some trepidation, though. Are you certain this is safe? No. There's a chance we have to take. Yes, sir. The platform is set for periodic recall. If all goes well, we should reappear in a matter of minutes. All set, Jarvis. Let her rip. But as the Avengers butler throws the fateful switch, good heavens, the platform is vanishing too. This wasn't supposed to happen. What have I done? What in the blazes? This fog feels unnatural. The fog's the least of our worries. The time platform materialized here with us! What? Jump! Is everyone alright? Shaken but otherwise unharmed. Captain Marvel? Same here, but it looks like we've lost our ticket home. Maybe I better scout around, see if I can find out where we are. With a thought, the silver-clad Avenger transforms her body into a streak of light and vanishes into the haze. Later, back so soon? Soon? It took me hours to find my way back here. She was gone only a minute. Maybe not anymore. This place fits the description Thor filed on the Limbo dimension. Time doesn't follow any rules here, but in such a place we might not ever find the others. In Kang's lair. You don't fall! Why don't you fall? The Lion of Olympus fall? Never! Blast it! Herc's tussle with this big lug is keeping us from getting to Kang. You can't defeat me, little man. Once I free myself from this wall, I will crush you like a flea. Oh, you wish to be free of the wall? Well then, free you shall be! Some distance away. Listen, did you hear that? It sounded like a muffled explosion. Why is it getting darker? Look out! Incoming missile! That's no missile! Blazes, this is one of Kang's growing man androids. The more you hit them, the bigger they get. Something must have walloped its growing circuitry. Hercules, he must be this way. Meanwhile, eliminating my stimuloid will not save you, Avengers. I have enough weaponry on my person to destroy an army. You mean you had enough weaponry? Ah! You interrupted my power harness! How? My force field! It couldn't screen out an energy transformer like me. I had no trouble frying the circuits in your battlesuit. Looks like we've missed out on the action. Cap! Namor! Hey! The gang's all here! Alright, Mr. Master of Time. I want some answers out of you. Like, where'd that other Kang come from? And what's the real reason you brought us to Limbo? What are you talking about? I received a message that you were attacking. No, we've all been played for fools! Quite right, dear brother! Now the game draws to a close! A long, painful time later, the Avengers awaken to find, by my beard, this glimmering light holds me immobile! All of us are so held, Hercules. Quite so, Avengers. Those paralysis beams won't allow you to do much more than tilt your heads and talk. Oh, fine. Another Kang. This gets weirder and weirder. He's not alone, Dane. That's the Lady Ravonna with him. And the last we knew, she was all but dead. What's going on here? And who's this other Kang we fought? My time brother is just a copy of myself, Wasp. Diverged from me in one of many travels through time. You fared much better against him than I thought you would, but killing him is my privilege. Don't worry though, I will gladly allow you to witness his demise just before I destroy you all. Next, the once and future Kang.